So you want to get some bowling ball sized shoulders. Today, I'm going to show you one crazy shoulder routine that's going to help you do that. Also, as a bonus, at the end of the video, I'm going to be including Arnold Schwarzenegger's secret shoulder routine that he uses to get like really huge pumped up three-dimensional delts, and I've tried this a few times and it is absolutely devastating, but it will help you stimulate a ton of growth in the shoulders, and trust me, the pump after you're done this routine is nuts. So make sure you stay to the end of the video to see the Arnold Schwarzenegger secret routine. Other than that, let's get straight to it. So if you ask any guy, dude, how do I get bigger shoulders? The most common answer you're gonna hear is, you gotta do more overhead presses. Use more weight on the overhead press. That is not the answer to getting bigger shoulders. For one, you're gonna put yourself in a great position to get injured. Once you strengthen one side of the shoulder, which is mostly what an overhead press does, it only targets the anterior head. It really doesn't do too much for your medial or your posterior head. Well, then the shoulder joint is imbalanced and you're putting yourself in a position to get a rotator cuff injury. Reason two, I got a much better solution for you. Warning though, this will be very painful in a good way. It's gonna burn the hell out of your shoulders, and trust me, by the end of this, you're probably not gonna wanna do the routine too much, but let me tell you this, it will stimulate some serious growth in the shoulders. So what do we have to do? The main thing that we have to do is increase time under tension. Most of the time you do an overhead press, you're probably only gonna be pressing for like 15 to 20 seconds of time under tension. What we're gonna be aiming for is at least 60 seconds. If not 60 seconds to 90 seconds. We want to increase that time under tension so that our muscles can be working the entire time and so that we can break them down super effectively. Not only that, but we need to be hitting all three heads of the deltoid. So that's not just the anterior head like you would be doing with an overhead press. We also need to focus on the medial and the posterior head. Now get ready for this routine. This one is absolutely killer. We're going to be going through a shoulder superset, or actually more accurately, it's going to be a tricep. We're going to be going through 3 exercises, one directly after the other with absolutely no rest. Good luck. All right, so we're starting off first with, yes, actually an overhead press, but we're gonna be doing it a lot more differently than most guys would recommend. I'm gonna get you starting this by performing 6 to 8 repetitions. You're gonna perform the pressing motion regularly, but as soon as you're coming down, we're milking that. 2 to 3 seconds. You wanna raise that down as slowly as you possibly can. Burning out the shoulders as soon as you come down, nice and explosively back up, and coming down nice and slowly. This is to help to increase that time under tension, and because of the lower rep range, we're gonna be able to hit the muscles with some higher amounts of weight, which is gonna be great, because after this, we've got some more high volume. Now we've completed our heavy overhead presses, we're gonna be getting on to the dumbbell laterals. Now we're not gonna do this a normal way, we're gonna be doing this a little bit more different. We're actually gonna pre-exhaust the medial head first. Yes, this is a medial head targeting exercise, but trust me, this pre-exhaustive method that we're about to do prior is going to kill you. We're gonna start with the iron cross hold. So with both arms parallel to the ground, you're gonna hold them completely straight out, palms facing down. You're gonna hold your dumbbells there for between 15 and 20 seconds. By the time this 15 or 20 seconds is done, you're gonna really feel your medial head is totally activated. Now that that's done, without any rest, you're gonna be getting into 10 to 12 repetitions of your dumbbell lateral raises. And trust me, by the time you're done this, your medial head is going to be obliterated. And this is a muscle that is, for the most part, pretty tough to target and to really break down. But with that iron cross hold initially, and then getting into the lateral raises, trust me, your muscles are gonna be dead. Now hold up, we're not done yet. So we've done the overhead presses, we've gone into the side laterals with the iron cross hold. Again, with no rest, we're gonna be getting into our final exercise to target the posterior head of the deltoids. We're just gonna be getting into some plain and simple bent over dumbbell flies. This is really gonna target the posterior head, and actually it's gonna have an ability to hit a little bit of that medial head too. And you're gonna be performing this exercise here for 15 repetitions. After you've done those 15 repetitions, you're granted your first rest. You're gonna rest between about 30 to 60 seconds, and then directly after that, you're repeating the whole circuit again. Try and aim for performing this circuit about 2 times. If you really want to push yourself, I dare you to go for 3. This might take a little bit of working up to, because the shoulders are probably, actually they're most definitely not used to volume work such as this. After you've completed the circuit, trust me, your shoulders are going to be screaming. Now, as promised, my bonus little tip here, Arnold Schwarzenegger's super secret shoulder demolition workout. What was it? It was simple. It was a dumbbell running of the rack. Meaning, and this is the exact example he used, he started with the 110-pound dumbbells. He'd go ahead and perform overhead presses for 6 repetitions because that's all he could get. As soon as he was done, rack the dumbbells, grab the 100-pounders. Again, perform 6 repetitions. As soon as you're done, put them back. Grab the 90s. And you constantly keep repeating this. And he said he was able to do it until he got to about the 45-pound dumbbells. And by the end, he didn't even know where to put his arms. Now, I'll tell you from firsthand experience, this is absolutely killer. I've done it like 2 or 3 times. I really don't want to keep doing it because it's so goddamn painful, but at the same time, extremely, extremely effective. And it really doesn't take too long to totally gas your shoulders. The whole routine takes about 2 or 3 minutes, but by that point, you're entirely done hitting your anterior head, and actually you've done a fairly good job of actually hitting the medial head with all the repetitions. However, you can't neglect the posterior head, and by performing this little Arnold Schwarzenegger super secret deltoid building routine, there's not gonna be too much posterior head activation. So directly after you're finished going through the rack, you're gonna wanna rest about 2 to 3 minutes. Trust me, you're really gonna need that long. And then directly after that, you're gonna wanna perform any variation of some posterior head exercises. I'd recommend you get about 6 sets of about 15 repetitions and really try and crush those posterior heads of your delts. Combining the Arnold Schwarzenegger and the posterior head delt training together, trust me, your shoulders are gonna be obliterated, and it's gonna be on about the same level as the routine that I had just recommended to you before this one. So there you guys go, 2 absolutely insane methods for totally destroying your shoulders. Remember, when it comes to really building up bigger and stronger shoulder muscles, your delts, the main thing we need to do is increase time under tension. The longer you're able to keep your shoulders under this tension, the more results you're gonna be able to get. Remember, you're gonna wanna aim for about 60 to 90 seconds if you really wanna shock them into some monster growth. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to give it a like down below, and also be sure to subscribe for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you won't wanna miss. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.